What's up guys, Weatherman here, bringing a video that I should have done a long time ago, but I got distracted between work and a variety of other games that kind of popped up at the last minute. But I'm now getting around to episode 2 of my Green Hell Survival Guide. Now the way I left it off last time, it was just a quick start reference guide to help you get into the game and quickly get acclimated to the situation and set yourself up for future success. Now as much as I would like to pick up where we left off, I can't, because in the time from making that video to now, I've actually overrode that video, so I don't have it anymore. So I'm going to have to start from scratch again, and so you'll get a little bit of that in this video. We're going to go over some of the basics as I try to work my way up towards what you need to know to survive day 2 of being in the jungle. So keeping with my own strategy guide, although it seems like the settings here are a little bit different. Yeah, that's a real whip around. Controls. That feels slightly better. Alright. This game looks so different to me because I haven't really played it too much since I got my new graphics card. Hey look, maggots, that can come in handy. You can use maggots to clean infected wounds should you get in trouble. Bird feather, always useful. Rope. I don't know why this game just it feels weird now. It's been so long since I played it, I guess. Part of the reason I was unable to get episode 2 up in time was because shortly after making episode 1, I got into Last Oasis and then a couple of other games that I play. It just kept me pretty busy there for a little while. So what I'm doing right now is just collecting up some of the essentials. But how many of these things are there? Jesus. I've never seen this many bandage plants in one location, and I don't have a single rock to harvest it. Come on, there we go. Alright, let's see. F? Yeah. Let's see, 4826. 4826. I think I know where I am, and it's not the best location to be starting at. Lots of bandage plants. Alright, there's a river. That's good. Ooh, nuts. You can find these sitting around these palm trees. These unknown nuts. Good source of fat. Keep you alive. There's a snake right there. You gotta get a rock and get some of these bandage plants. I don't know if it's my field of view is different on here, but I feel like I'm moving slower. Ooh, rock. Don't step on a stingray. Or just, yeah, you can do that too. Alright. Drop the rod. Harvest. So the first thing you want to do is collect sticks, plenty of them, lying around. And then you want to get yourself some stones. Once you have yourselves 2 stones, you can craft yourself a stone blade. This is the first crucial thing that you need for survival out here. So now that I have a stone blade, I'm going to go over here and harvest this, which will come in handy on day 2, because this is my bandage plant. You can use the leaves from these to make bandages. So very important to get your hand on that as soon as possible. There it is. Is there another? Oh, more rope. I already have plenty of rope. Could have sworn I saw another bandage plant floating around. No nuts around this tree. That might have been the same bandage plant twice. I think it was the same bandage plant twice. Ooh, it dropped nuts. As for those unknown nuts. Oh, nope, there it is. Those unknown nuts are a really good source of fat. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and craft these up. I honestly probably don't even need this many frickin' Molinera leaves, but can't hurt to have them. Alright, what was it? F? Nope. T. Y. Y? Crap, there's a I remember there was a key that you could press. There it is. Hold down the Y key. That was something I actually learned since the last video. If you hold down the Y key, it will automatically organize and maximize space efficiency in your bag. So keep that in the back of your head. Alright, enough of that. I got stones. Go craft. Nope. There we go. Stick. Alright, now I got myself an axe. Alright, so I'm gonna do some tree identification real quick. You got these trees right here with the bigger trunks. They'll give you 2 logs and 2 long sticks. These littler trees, like this one, will actually just give you 2 long sticks. Now, why is a long stick important? Because you need it to defend yourself against jaguars and potentially natives. So I'm going to go ahead and craft this. And I'm going to make a weak spear out of it. Ta-da! Now, if I had stones, which I'm hoping I'm going to find some down here by the river, I can make a spear. Which, there's a stone right there. Ah, damn trees. If you're wondering why I'm looking down so much as I'm walking, that's for my safety. There's a lot of things in this jungle that want you dead. Alright, so drop the stick. Harvest this. I'm gonna go ahead and craft. Drop that. Alright, so this is a better stone spear, so I basically wasted that first stick. But the point of this whole series is you learn stuff, so I don't actually need this weak spear anymore. I am going to keep it on me for now because I'm not really weight dependent on anything. But stone spear, better than a weak spear, but if you can't find enough stone, you can use a weak spear to defend yourself. And I believe a headshot with a stone spear to a jaguar will kill it. Alright, so where am I going? I want to head south from this position. Now, when you start in, you're probably not going to be super familiar with the map. So you're not going to be able to just look at your watch and be like, ooh, I should go this... Something hissed at me. I should go this direction based off of this information. You're unfamiliar with the map, so you're probably going to end up having to set up tent or pitch camp wherever you can, like that big clearing back there. Which I could do that. I'm going to do that. This isn't a series about me and how much I know. It's a series about helping you guys to develop your survival skills. So we're going to go back here. Now, when you first spawn in, 9 times out of 10, it's going to drop you near one of these. Notice how there's a big open patch of nothingness here in the jungle. This is a great location where you can... Ooh, more stones. This is a location where you can pitch your first tent. So that's exactly what we're going to do. And we're going to start by cutting this tree. Oh wait, see, look at that, I'm dumb. I'm already forgetting how to play. It's been so long since I've done this. Alright, so in order to save, I like this particular frame. It actually takes less resources to build. So I like it. And pick up the logs. There you go. Alright. Got plenty of sticks, which is great because now we're going to be able to make a fire here soon. Another key component of survival. Tie that. Oh good, it's gonna rain soon. Alright, so we got the frame, but in order to actually save, we need a roof. I said this takes less resources. Here's what I mean. This takes 4 logs, 4 long sticks, and 4 ropes. Compared to this guy, which takes 2 logs, but 8 sticks, 9 rope, and 26 palm leaves. This shelter by itself, you'll need 2 extra logs, and you're pretty much going to be using the same amount of palm leaves when you come here and put on a palm roof. Alright, now speaking of palms, there are 2 types of palms, and luckily I have them both here. You have the young palm right here. This will give you more green leaves, which is great for building structures. But you also have this palm, which has the brown ones, which are dry leaves, and you need those to start fire. Now in my case, I'm going to end up having to cut down 2 palms anyways, so this is convenient. So we're going to cut this down so we have some fire tinder. Let's see, where did the dry leaves go? Yeah, there it is. See? Crap. I gotta pick up the green ones before I can actually access the brown ones. Drop those. Alright, so we got a dry leaf here. Pick that up, and now, boom, dry leaves. Now I can actually start fires when it comes time to start a fire. Boom, like that. And now we can save. Pressing on, we're going to go ahead and gather the resources for a bed. Shelter? Yeah, there it is. So we'll go ahead and fast forward. Shit, I forgot how to rotate. There we go. So we'll go ahead and fast forward here until I get the bed complete. Oh, yeah, so now we're going to go over starting a fire. We've saved our game. We now have a bed. We're actually doing pretty good on time, as it's only 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so we've still got plenty of daylight left. But we're going to go ahead and set up for a fire. Now, oh man, see, I'm terrible. It's been so long since I've actually played this. Alright, so we placed our fire there. Now we need to add our sticks, which I should have a small stockpile of all this stuff. Boom, there we go. I'm actually going to get rid of this tree.
No.
Ah, my axe.
You gotta be kidding me.
Alright, time to make a new axe. So, some people will tell you don't make this particular axe that I make, craft, because they're like, oh, you can get better quality axes. Yes, you can, later in the game. Early on, I want to build up my crafting skills, because once my crafting skills are high enough, I don't have to worry then about, making shitty quality stuff. So, early on, I like to go with this particular stone axe, because for the most part, your first several axes are going to be pretty useless, as they're going to be very low quality. As you just saw, mine broke trying to cut down a tree, or a fern. Boom, okay, that's gone. By the way, when you cut stuff down like that, you are given a pile of leaves. Notice the timer, 11 hours and 56 minutes. When that timer has elapsed, this small leaf pile will become a dry leaf pile, and I'll have more tinder for fire. Just another fun fact in case you can't find those particular palm trees. So how do we go about starting a fire from here? Well, we need to be able to make a drill kit. And always go to your handy dandy notebook, folks. This has all the initial recipes that you need. So, hand drill. I need a stick and a small stick, which we have. So let's go ahead and open this. Craft. Boom, hand drill. Alright, so how does this work? I know this is something that oftentimes confuses people. Easiest way is use. So I sit down on the ground, and then I simply drag the dry leaf pile onto my stick, and I will automatically do this. Now notice how in the bottom left I'm using up a lot of energy. This happens with this particular bow kit. So you need to try to get a fire started before your energy is so low that you can't start a fire. So keep that in mind at all times. So just like that, we now have a fire. We don't have anything to cook with. We don't have any water yet, so we're gonna have to go deal with that. But I see plenty of coconut palms around. I'm sure we can scrounge up some coconuts if we try. I guess this is a good point to cut in on. If you ever need a small stick, but all you're finding are medium sticks, just harvest them. They'll give you 2 small sticks. It's the best way to fill up your pack pretty quick, especially after when you start making your first shelter. You're gonna have so much wood around, you'll be able to have enough resources to, start your fire and get everything else going. So that's why I prioritize on day 1, get a shelter built. Don't worry about food. I mean, look, I already have a shelter built. I've barely lost any nutrients. On harder modes, yes, I'll probably be much lower at harder modes, but, you know, for the, what is it, Welcome to the Jungle game mode, you're going to be fine through your first 24 hours in the game, so don't think you have to find food right away. However, with that being said, we're going to go find food with what little daylight we have left. And I'll cut back in when I have something to talk about. Speaking of stuff to talk about, let's talk about these mushrooms real quick. These mushrooms are great because they grow everywhere. As you can see, I got 4 just here on this log. And they can help you avoid getting, they won't help you avoid getting parasites, they will cure parasites. So if you're having trouble finding water, but you don't want to drink dirty water because you'll get sick, as I'm going to purposely do to myself. Oh, look at that. Oh, I got 4 parasites, as you can see down there in the lower left. Well, that's fine. I'll eat these mushrooms, and as you notice, those parasites are going away because these orange mushrooms that grow on these logs cure parasites. They're also a good source of carbs, so now you know. I'm hearing growling. You can also cook those mushrooms, and they cure even more parasites. They'll cure 2 stacks if you cook them. Here we go. See this oddly shaped tree, or with the big leaves? They grow these unknown fruits. These unknown fruits are great. I'm gonna try to kill this pig here. Where's my spear? I want this pig. Alright, that's how you kill pig. Now I'm gonna harvest him. And now I got dinner for tonight. Alright. Now, I got lots of resources there. Let's take a quick look. I got some bones out of this. I got some meat out of this. Which is wonderful. Nope, I got the Y key. There we go. Because make sure you hold down the Y key. That's a great trick. All of these resources, I can use the bones to make armor. I can also cook the bones in a soup, and it's actually great for curing food poisoning. Now, a lot of this topics, I didn't discuss it too much, I think, in the quick start guide, but this is the stuff I was going to talk about for episode 2, day 2. But obviously that file is no longer here, so I have to go through day 1. Anyway, I digress. These mushrooms are also super good. They're a great source of carbs, however, they don't actually cure any parasites, but they'll boost your energy and they'll boost your carbs. And remember, energy is a big deal. If you need to start a fire in a hurry, you need energy real quick, and mushrooms can help you get that energy and, you know, get your carbs up. Alright, coconuts. I don't see any on the ground, or I haven't, so I'm going to look up in the trees. God, I hear so many noises. Always keep your eyes up in the trees. It can be a little dangerous because you might stumble across some stuff that tries to bite you. But it's a risk you have to take if you're not finding any coconuts. Coconuts are another big survival tool that you need to try to get your hands on. I'm not seeing any coconuts up there, so I'm just going to go ahead, head back to base. Oh yeah, these are also edible mushrooms. Where are these guys? They're edible. Just another source of carbs. Nothing special about them. Okay. Don't step on a stingray. Get some rocks. And the reason I'm harvesting up all these rocks, I don't need... Ooh, honey! Holy shit. You gotta be kidding me. Alright, keep an eye out for these dead trees. Sometimes they have these beehives on them. And those beehives have honey. Ah, this is a good start, guys. This is... I'm gonna kill this guy. Fuck this thing. Watch out for snakes. Sometimes you can get pretty close to them before they make noise. Okay, I'll harvest him too. Alright. Alright, oh, bird nest. You can also use this to start a fire. I think that's gonna do it. I'm gonna get back to my campsite. Lingered down here in the valley for too long. As you can see, my energy levels are low. Your energy levels will always get low towards the end of the first day. The more work you do, the quicker they drop. So keep that in mind. That's why I, again, prioritize shelter right off the bat. And I got leeches. Ooh, another mushroom. Ooh, unknown fruit. Man, I don't know, man. They must have put a lot of food in this game or something. This is absurd. Alright, now I have too much stuff. I'm gonna drop... let's see. What am I gonna drop? I'm gonna use this, all that stuff here pretty soon. I will drop a leaf. There we go. Alright, got a fire, still got plenty of stuff going on it, so I'm gonna go ahead and cook up my meat. Not that, because it sucks. Picari meat. Or Picari meat. This stuff is very good for you. And while that's cooking, I guess I'll just come back when it's done cooking. Alright, food's back, guys. Or food's done, I'm back. Alright, go ahead and pick up this meat. It's good for you. Plop down that last piece of meat there. I'll throw the rattlesnake meat on there as well. Alright, so now I'm going to do a quick rundown of my bag before my energy gets too low. Alright, so while I was, while y'all were waiting for me, I went through and I made it a Belated Axe. You can make this by taking all those stones that I collected and making 3 sets of stone blades. Like this guy. Once you have 3 sets of stone blades, you can add those stone blades to a stick, and that will give you a Belated Axe. So this is my first Belated Axe, but it's already decent quality at 27%. But because of all the stone blade crafting I did, my newest stone blade is at a durability of 50%. So it's a great way to get your crafting skills up and get better quality things right off the bat. Pick up all the stones you find and immediately craft them. Alright. Go ahead, throw this piece of meat on here. Alright. Organize this bag real quick. Organize this bag. Alright, so I've been collecting resources, obviously. We're coming near the end of day 1. Here's what I have. I have a stone spear. I have a Belated Axe, or I have an axe in general. What you have at the end of your day 1 will be very dependent upon the resources you have available to you. I also have a stone blade. I'm at a very good point right now, weapon-wise. This is what you want to have by the end of the first day. Rope-wise, I got enough sticks available to build a fire, an emergency fire should it come that way, and I have plenty of rope to build a shelter almost instantly should the need arise. Pull this meat off the fire. Moving on still, in our main inventory slot, I got insanely lucky and I have tons of bandages. Haven't found the other medicinal plants that I need, but this plant by itself will provide a great benefit in healing any cuts or scrapes that I get, and I can add things to it later on to bolster these bandages. Take. Alright. Got a small leaf pile, which will help give me an extra fire making capability. The bird feather seems pointless, but come day 2, we're going to start working on our bow. As you can tell, we have plenty of food right now. Got lots of food in my bag. I'm not concerned about surviving on day 2. Day 2, my priorities are going to be getting coconuts and getting a bow. And if I can, start building some armor, which I already have the staples for that. Speaking of food, if you just go around and gather what you can, I managed to find the honeycomb, unknown nut. This unknown fruit is great. These oranges, also great. I'm actually going to go ahead and eat those. I might have just given myself worms. Why am I dirty all the time? I don't know. These unknown mushrooms. I can eat those if I chose. Sounds like another... we might be in the wet season. Hopefully I can get clean here real quick. I'm not sure why I keep getting dirty. I haven't killed anything lately. Alright, that's gone, so I can go back to eating. I'm going to go ahead and just eat this rattlesnake meat. It's not the best. It doesn't give you a whole lot, but it'll keep you going. And for fats, I'm going to go ahead and eat these nuts. And if you notice, these nuts last a decently long while, so you want to pick those up. The maggots, you're not going to eat those. That's like medical purposes. The mushrooms, you can eat them if you want. They're easy to find. They tend to glow in the dark. which I was hoping I could see some from here, but I can't. But they're usually pretty easy to spot. This mushroom is also edible, but you have to cook it, so I'm not going to pick it right now. That's pretty much going to do it for day one. My energy's pretty low overall. Got some good supplies. My fat, my protein, my hydration's up. All from using some of those tips that I was telling you about on the quick start guide. I might have given you a couple of extra tips here on this day one. Then I'm going to go ahead, go to sleep, save the game, and we'll pick this up back on day two. Alright, folks, we just woke up. My fire's out, the game is saved, and it's still raining. Shocker. This is my shock face. But important things to note about the fire being out. Pick up this stuff. This campfire ash and charcoal, super useful. You can use the charcoal to stoke a fire really hot down the line. It's useful for forging. It's also useful for curing food poisoning, because eating charcoal will actually cure food poisoning. You can add the ash to a bandage, and now this bandage is antiseptic. Isn't that great? I can avoid an infection with this ash dressing. I can get more ash by just harvesting the charcoal if I so choose. I'm not going to do that because I have other uses for this. That's a couple more tips and tricks for you. Ash bandage, better than this bandage, and will actually help prevent infections. Charcoal will help cure food poisoning, and you can also harvest it to make ash, which you can, of course, use as a dressing. Alright, so we're awake. Time to head out and make a bow. Which, actually, that's going to be hella easy, because I got trees right here I can use to make bows. In fact, I'm going to probably use this tree right here. Alright, we got our long stick. Craft. We have rope. Congratulations. It's a bow. Move this to here. And move this to here. Unfortunately, we don't have any weapons for this bow. Because we don't actually have any feathers. So we need a bird. Hopefully we can find one in the jungle. If not, well, if not, we're just not going to be able to use that bow. Another good use, I'll go ahead and show you this now because I have the resources. Let's see, where's that other stick? Okay, I know I cut down, and this thing dropped 2 of them. Did it really only drop 1 long stick? Oh, that's so stupid. Okay, well, I guess I get to cut down another tree. I'm gonna get leeches all over me walking through that crap. Dang, that sucks. How does it only give you 1 long stick? Alright, well, we're gonna go down the hill. And we'll cut down this tree. So I'm gonna show you guys how to make a bow drill. And it's gonna surprise you a little bit. Actually, go ahead and get rid of this. Craft. A bow drill kit is another way to start a fire. And you're probably wondering, why do I need another way to start a fire? Wasn't the last way sufficient? Last way was plenty fine. The thing about the bow drill kit is, if you remember, I told you that it takes a lot of energy to use the hand drill to make a fire. And in an emergency, if you're low on energy, you can't start a fire that way. However, if you make a bow drill, it requires less energy. I'm just abusing resources right now, and I feel terrible about it. Like, there's so many great resources here I could be using. Can I not take that? What the hell? I don't know. If you hold down the Alt key, you can move stacks around. And it seems kind of trivial, but it's a great way to quickly make room in your backpack for something like that. Alright, craft. Let's see. I need a small stick and a stone, I think. Small stick. A bow. and a stone. Fire bow. Alright, so this thing will get stored right there. I don't need this hand drill anymore. I'm just going to destroy it. This hand drill, or this fire bow, super useful for starting fires. I'm going to actually see if I can't. And I'll have to demonstrate what I mean later, because right now I need to get on with it and start exploring the area. Alright, got more mushrooms. What? Oh my gosh. I'm right next to the drug camp this whole time. Alright, so this is where we're going to stay tonight. Normally I wouldn't advise moving right away, unless like there's a jaguar that comes through your camp all the time. But this is a pretty safe location to set up shop. I don't need that plant. And this is also where you find the map. Alright, so there's the map. It's sitting in the lawn chair. Take that. Grab the pot. And immediately come over to here and drop the pot. I now don't have to worry about water because that thing's going to fill up all the time for me. Alright, but the good news about being here is it seems there is native activity in the game because you find arrows, tribal arrows. Forget how many you find here, but I think it's like 3 or 4. But these tribal arrows are, I mean, they're arrows, so I can use my bow to go hunting now, which is fantastic. And it's raining again. Alright, so walking you through this tribal camp real quick, which, if you're curious, 5027. Alright, so we're at the tribal camp. Open up this pain box. Painkillers. Must have for any survival situation. You come in here. There's some places where you can sleep. There's also bags with lots of good stuff in there. So I got some things of orange juice. I got a bone knife. Just gonna take that. Oh, I'm heavy. Gonna go ahead and eat this Picari meat. Big energy boost. Very nutritious. Keep that in mind. Again, there's another bag. Seems to be empty. Candy bar. Good stuff to help pick up your sanity. Some canned foods. You'll find them just scattered around this room. So kind of look everywhere. In this little sleeping hut, you'll find all sorts of goodies. When it's raining, this thing fills up with water quick. 30 hydration, just like that. I'm good on carbs and protein and pretty much everything. So I'm going to focus on building another save point, because save the game often. Alright, so we'll pick this back up after I have made my save point. Alright guys, just finished building my hut. Now I'm going to work on my fire again. So add the small sticks back in. So just like before, let's see, go ahead and use this. Use these dried leaves to clear up space. Notice how much less energy this uses. So if you remember, last time it used up like a quarter of my total energy. This time it used up like a tenth. It's like half the amount of energy needed to use the fire bow. So I recommend, if you can, get the resources, use a fire bow, or build a fire bow. But sometimes resources can be scarce, especially when you're first starting out. But it's just something to keep a close eye on. Alright, got a fire going. Didn't actually need to get a fire going because we have plenty of food here. Actually, we're doing really good on resources. I'd like to get a coconut, and I want to kill these birds. The reason I want to kill the birds is I need the feathers. I need the feathers to make arrows. And, yeah, I have 3 arrows, but I usually like to keep 5 on me in case I get in a really hairy situation. Sometimes you get attacked by more than one native. Harvest this. I'm also filthy right now, so I'm going to come down here and clean. And I just now realized I have leeches. I don't know why I can clean myself with this, because this water looks disgusting. Looks very unsafe. see anything, don't see anything. There they are. Alright, leeches are gone. Now I gotta find a bird to kill. Well, while we're here, I might as well give you a quick tour of this camp. Because we've done pretty well with our objectives for day 2. And again, even though this guide is like a guide through the first 3 days, it's going to vary from game to game, because sometimes you might find a coconut first thing, but you can't find a single rock. And without rocks, obviously you can't make the tools you need. So your priorities will likely be shifting. Anyways, I digress. Quick tour. Obviously you can learn this water collector here at this camp, which we now know. Ta-da, water collector. And that's great. Got plenty of resources here. There's more fruit, which I'm just going to go ahead and eat this. I kind of want to be careful on this side. I've been attacked by jaguars before, but it was once. And I was coming from like a long ways off. Ah, armadillo. I need that armadillo because... oh, shit. Alright, the longer you hold that back, the harder it is to, well, hold. Oh, tobacco. Definitely want this. This is a tobacco plant. This is how you cure poison.
Stupid piece of shit!
And I broke my axe. God damn it. Alright, well I got tobacco leaves. I'm gonna go ahead and craft that. Alright. Watch out for anthills like this one. Boom, got it. Alright, so you have to kill them with the arrow. You have to hit them in the head with an arrow or your spear to kill armadillos. And the reason you want to do it that way is because you get their shell. The armadillo shell is great for making armadillo armor, which we currently don't have any room. Don't need that flour. Craft. Go ahead and make another bandage. This fit in here. Boom, it fits. Alright, so we got that. We will be using it a little bit later on, not quite right now. Another thing you want to do is learn mud items, which you can do by going over here and just click take mud. Now you learn all sorts of mud items. We're not going to do anything with mud just yet. We need to stay focused on maybe trying to get some coconuts for Biden and finish up the tour of the camp. Alright, so obviously you can get armadillos here at this camp. You get a map, you get a water collector. There's bamboo and there's wood resources around for you. There's birds for food and for feathers. If you go this way down the path, as soon as you pass this banana tree, which it spawns here every time, as soon as you pass this banana tree, you're going to go down that path. Alright? So, review, just another quick review so you don't forget. As you're leaving the camp, you're going to come down this path, which you can kind of see the path. As soon as you pass this banana tree, you're going to cut into the forest and go straight. And there's a trap. You can use this trap. Well, you now know how to make it, but you can arm it and kill pigs with it. And it sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. But, you know, it can provide you free food that doesn't require resources to set up, so utilize that. Oftentimes you'll find snakes out in here, so yeah, I swear to God, there's one right there. I missed. Okay, come on, buddy. Gotcha. I don't need the snake meat right now, so I'm not going to go for it. And I'm already over encumbered. So let's go ahead and eat this. Alright, got some more energy out of that. Big game meat is very heavy. Just keep that in mind. eat some of this for some fats as well. Now some items like this unknown fruit right here, it doesn't actually have a timer on it. So you can store that kind of indefinitely. Neither does the honey. Keep that in mind, as they are food sources that won't spoil on you. Alright, so we set that trap. Let's head back to camp. We got plenty of food for right now. We also got water. We're actually sitting pretty well. I didn't bother making a bed this time because I don't need a bed. The camp itself comes with beds already. So that's something else to keep in mind. Are there other arrows over here? I feel like there's more arrows. Maybe it's just those 3. You can usually pick up a machete here at this camp too. Haven't seen it, but it rotates where the machete spawns from time to time. It's a decent cutting tool. Some people highly prioritize it and it becomes their favorite thing, but if you know how to survive, you don't have to worry about that stuff. Speaking of which, I need to get rid of these rocks. Craft. I'm gonna make a stone blade here. I'm gonna drop that for right now, because I need a new axe. Alright, now that we have a new axe, craft. Alright, let's see what we got here. First one was 27%, this one's 38%, so we're getting better. And after crafting my second bladed axe in a row, my stone blade's now 67% quality, so that's good. That's what you want to do. Alright, so we're coming near the end of day 2. There's still some daylight left, but as a quick review, we have a spear, we have a bow, we have an axe. We have 2 different knives. We have bandages now. We've got resources to start making armor, which we'll do on day 3. Not gonna bother with that yet. We got some armadillo meat. Got some basic food necessities. Got the ability to start fire. We got 1 fire starter. We got a fire bow. We got tinder in the form of the bird nest and some dried leaves, so that's good. 2 different forms of tinder. Got plenty of bandages, plenty of stones, which we're gonna hit the Y and reorganize this. Got plenty of stones, bones, which we'll use for the armor. We're sitting good. I showed you how to make a bow. Got lucky, found some arrows. I'll try to make you some arrows as soon as I kill one of these damn birds flying around here. Usually they'll stop at some point and sit where you can kill them and then harvest them. But when they're up on the roof, I can't really go after them. Alright, let's see. How much water's in here now? 18. That's not bad. Doing good on water. Let's go ahead and head back to my fire. Cook up this armadillo meat. Got another day left on that. This guy just wanders right in my camp. I don't like wasting resources. I could kill him, but I don't need the meat. I mean, right now I need carbs more than anything else, and I think I have some on me, so yeah, I'll just eat these mushrooms. They're gonna go bad in a couple hours anyways. There you go. Got my carbs up a little bit. I can also eat a candy bar. Gives me a big carb boost. And so now when you look at my thing, hey look, I'm good. Surviving can be very easy if you know what to do. I hope I'm not skipping over anything important. Now good news is when it rains like this water thing fills up almost instantly. So, alright, let's see. Right now it's sitting at 3 of 30 hydration. See if that picks up anytime soon. Huh, that's weird. It's not picking up. 5, there we go. There we go. Now it's going. See how quickly this thing fills up? When it's raining and you have a water collector like this, use it. Fill up all your Bidens. Drink as much as you can. You have unlimited water for a brief period of time when you have this water collector going during the rainy season. So I implore you to use that. I want to kill these birds so bad, but I wouldn't be able to get the feathers. I knew there was another arrow up here. Bakari meat tomorrow for breakfast. It's only got another day left. Still got some nuts. The honeycomb's gonna be good. Armadillo meat will be good for at least a little while. And I think we're in a pretty good place. Can go ahead and head to bed. If you notice, the reason I'm full of energy today and not the other day is because I've actually eaten food today. Eating good food like that Bakari meat. Where is it? Right here. 15 energy. It's a huge boost. So when you're eating food on a regular basis, your energy's up. When your nutrition, like your fats, your proteins and carbs and all that is up, your health is up. Those are the things you need to focus on. I get anxiety when I watch people streaming this game and they're like hovering around the brink of death, and it's like, your focus needs to be food. You're trying to build. Like, they'll be sitting there building like a mud storage container. It's like, you're about to fall over dead. Like, go get food. No, you know, if I get this storage container, I can store more food. Go cook food. I never let my health bar get below half. If it's below half, I've been attacked by something. And that's why you want to keep it up. If your health bar is high, you have a higher likelihood of surviving a jaguar and native attack. If your health bar is below half, you might get one-shotted by a jaguar. He might just swipe you once, and boom, you're dead. It probably won't be once. You might be able to survive 2 strikes, especially like once you get body armor and everything. But again, in my position right now, if a jaguar attacks, yes, it sucks because I don't have any armor, but I have 4 arrows, I have a spear, I have an axe, and I have full health. I'm probably going to be able to kill that thing before he takes me down. And then I have bandages and supply to heal myself right after. You can't heal yourself if you get killed in 1 strike. So keep your health up. That needs to be your focus. It's a survival game, not can I build a gigantic super fortress while I slowly starve to death because I'm more focused on building a super fortress than staying alive in the game. You'll build that stuff over time. I mean, when I build this stuff, I build a single save point, and that's it. I try not to build super fortresses unless I truly need it or if I'm in multiplayer. And I digressed enough. You see those bright yellow dots out here in the distance? Those are those mushrooms I was telling you about. They glow in the dark, and they're good for you. So I'm going to collect them up. Ta-da! Alright. So enough of that. We reached the end of day 2. I hope you enjoyed the end of day 2. I'm going to call it quits on this video right now. But to give you some goals for what you need to have accomplished at the end of your 2nd day, you need to be able to have the stone spear, some type of an axe, I would say at least 2 different blades just in case, a bow, plenty of resources. I got sticks, small sticks, and rope. I've got the basis to start building armor when I wake up tomorrow for day 3, which will be episode 3. I've picked up bandages along the way. I have arrows. I apologize I wasn't able to show you how to build arrows, but I haven't been able to get stupid birds yet. But we'll go over that in day 3. Sometimes your priorities shift around. I got lucky in this particular video and was able to get a lot of resources in a short time. And I got plenty of food. These are the things that you need to have prioritized by the end of your 2nd day. Get a bow and start hunting. Once you get to that point, you'll start gaining the resources you need for day 3, which is where we will build armor. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm going to call it quits for episode 2. When episode 3 comes out, it'll be surviving through day 3. And we'll work our way up from there, and we'll go over different armor types and why you want body armor. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the jungle.